This is a check of the mic. Hello.
Sounds good.
All right.
And this is Mike doing a mic check.
Nice.
And I have with me right now down at Sea Booth, and I had to make a tough choice which game to actually broadcast on, and chose the women's gold medal because we got defending champions from the St. Paul Curling Club, the Smith rank. I was like 9-time champions of this. So,
Wow.
yeah, okay. Versus, I don't want to call them an upstart because we got the Brown rink out of, well, I don't know. Let's see.
Is that Madison?
Well, yes.
And?
And everywhere now. Actually, Erica's kind of, transplanted herself to Ontario now.
Wow. Okay.
So she got married and she's living in Ontario, but kept her American citizenship. So she's allowed to play in this and represent the U.S. and worlds to win this. But anyway, Erica's, I don't know what, 3-time Olympic curler, and and then Annie, their second, is a 2-time Olympic curler. Rachel's their coach for the junior national boys, world champion, curling Hall of Fame. Caitlin's a women's national, mixed national championship, world silver medalist in something. So
Should be
yeah.
an amazing game.
yeah,
to watch.
so you got this pedigree of elite curlers versus the
Reigning champs.
the reigning champs, multi-year reigning champs. So, I say it was a tough choice because on the men's gold medal match we have the Hedstrom team, which is out of St. Paul, and they were, Bob was a club nationals champion in 2019, and his vice. Well, actually, it's kind of weird because he's throwing the skipped rocks.
Which you can do, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Anyway, and so he's many championships, and he says he's won every color of medal except gold. So
Oh,
he's
okay.
hungry
got a
for the gold
thirst.
medal.
Right.
Okay.
And
Verse-
what sheet is that, Mike?
That is on sheet C.
Sheet C.
So if
Okay.
if somebody at home watching, they could bring up 2 browser windows, and we're actually broadcasting the silver medal games as well. So
Everything's out there on YouTube, so
Yes,
go out and
so-
check it out.
look up Kettle Moraine Curling Club live on
Yep.
YouTube.
And this is something new for Kettle. We just put in our streaming, so we're all new to this, so everyone can be patient, right? As
Right,
we
yeah.
experiment with all this. But
Yep.
Mike, you're doing an amazing job.
Well, I
so-
appreciate that. Well, then the other men's team in the gold medal match is the Far Below team, which is they won this event the last 2 years and went to Worlds, finishing second and third. I don't remember which order that was, but so again, they're hungry to get back and go to Zurich in I think April for
Wow.
Worlds, and get that gold medal. I mean, apparently they lost out on the gold medal. One of those that some Canadian team that they were up against pulled some amazing shot.
Those darn Canadians.
Just they think they own curling, don't they?
Well, it looks like
Anyway.
we've already started curling on sheet B. We've got some rocks in play.
It must be on the seconds rocks already, because I see a couple in the house, a couple in the, what do you want to call that? The box, the barn. People have various terms for that.
The big target.
And when-
He
what
gives
would
me a
that be?
dirty look with that one.
No, not a dirty look. It was a curious look. I mean, it was like, does that really look like a target? No.
The big
Yeah.
circle.
Yeah, the big circle. And for non-curlers, we call that the house.
The house, yes. How many people do we have tuning in today?
We'll have to check the actual YouTube.
I could see it when I tuned in this morning, but we have
Let's
to click a
see.
few buttons here to find out.
Let's refresh on the men's. Oh. Looks for the men's currently 62 watching on the men's and 86 on the women's gold
Awesome.
medal. So we picked the right one to broadcast
sure
on then,
did.
right? So
Hey there, if you want to drop in the chat where you're watching from, we'd love to see it.
and
Where
just
are you tuning in from?
yeah, right. And then just to fill out, not to leave the silver medal games out of the picture here, we got 14 watching on the women's silver medal. So where are we now?
All right, so we're in the first end, watching what's happening. And for those of you who aren't very familiar with a event of this caliber, these events are all timed. So they're timed for think time out there. They have a total of 30 minutes for the entire game. And I know this because I've been a timer for this event. And the timers will click once the possession of the rock kind of turns to the other team, and that's called think time. And that think time goes until the rock is basically released or thereabout. And you have a total of 30 minutes for the entire game. So you won't see a lot of contemplation out there on the ice. This is at the level of which they're supposed to execute their strategy, know what they're doing,
Well,
and get out there. There is time to talk about a few of those difficult shots, but they have to be strategic on when they're going to use that because, again, 30 minutes, that's it.
update. I mean, I also timed a few games during this tournament, and when it gets towards the end and the houses get real complex, they can take quite a while to
If they have the
make
time.
it just Well, I literally had some that for the skips rocks took over 2 minutes
Oh, yeah.
without a timeout. And then I even had one that was almost 2 minutes with a timeout.
Wow.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it's like they. But
I have
the idea.
noticed too, the ones that have a little bit more experience seem to move it right along. My first game I timed was, they ran right down to the end, but they made it, so.
Well, actually, the one with the 2 minute ones were the quarterfinals last
Really?
night.
Wow,
Yes.
okay.
So
Well, it was
it
a
was.
complex house, they needed time to
Oh
think
yes.
about it.
So. But normally, overall, the leads get in and boom, they they throw right away and it'll take I don't know 10 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, those
Okay.
between ends can go really fast because they're already
the-
locked in and ready to roll.
So who's
Well, it looks like we have
Team Brown is throwing yellow rocks in this game.
what do you think is shot rock there on B?
Oh, that's always the fun perspective with
These
our camera angles
yeah.
here. Correction. Team Brown is throwing red.
We had a whole
Okay.
discussion about that a little earlier because there was a conundrum. It's if you put the camera right over the top of the house to get the best angle on those rocks, you're going to miss the perspective of what's in the top of the house and coming in, right? You want to see what's in front of the house. So the decision was made, hey, we want to see the entire field, even if maybe the camera angles aren't the best, to see exactly who's on the button. And now they just removed all doubt and made it yellow.
Yeah, I think it's pretty certain that yellow is shot rock since it's
Yep.
sitting right on the button.
You think, Mike?
Well, I don't know with the camera angle, it's really hard to
Yeah,
tell.
that's pretty telltale right there. That's yellow. So in order to provide the best viewing experience, the camera angles are what they are, so everyone can see kind of the full field and get a sense of what the game is. If they're not here in person, then they're getting a great
Right.
experience viewing at home to see what's all going on.
Anyway, coming up on Margie's call here, she is sitting shot. My expectation is she actually will come and lay in right on top of that yellow that's already in the house. But what the opening is for
Oh, it looks
Brown.
like she wants to hit and roll. She's-
Well, get rid of that red
Get rid of
because
that
that is
red.
you're right, that is the vulnerability they have for that shot rock right now.
For those
'Cause-
of you at home, we can tell from how they're touching those, with rocks with the brooms, like, hey, hit it here, placing the broom. We can kind of guess, yep, that's what they're going for. They're going for a hit and roll. So hit that red one, tap it out, and then roll on top of the yellow.
And given the amount of broom she's taking on this shot, she's not going to come with a ton of weight.
Yep.
So this, my expectation is, I don't know, back to hack type of weight. That's what I'd be thrown in this situation.
Yeah.
Just to come across the front to the top and hit the red in the quarter and then roll behind the. So that would take away Brown's opportunity to do that shot herself.
And the harder you throw these rocks, the straighter they go, less curl. So that's why we're talking about weight. That's what that means. How hard are they going to throw that rock? Oh, this one's coming in. I don't know if it's getting too much of a hit here. It looks like it's just
It's almost. Remember what was my first call on that? Or lay right on top of that?
Yes, it was. All right, Mike, you were right.
I don't think that was that her planned call? I don't know. That was a decent plan B. So
she's protecting her shot rock with the yellow right on top, because now if the other team tries to hit that yellow, it's not going to do too much other than promote it back onto the button again.
So the yellow on top of the forefoot is exposed. From our angle, it's exposed about half behind the guard. So
do you think there's a double opportunity here?
Definitely the way Erica throws. I've seen her throw.
This could be an exciting shot.
Which is why we're watching this one.
That's right. So if she can hit that top yellow just right, at the right angle, she could potentially get both yellows out.
Yeah. Now the question is, the back yellow, is that touching the red right behind it?
Right.
Because that would, potentially freeze it right there. Because if there's a gap at all, Erica just has to hit it at the right angle to catch it. I don't know, just crossing the top of the back yellow.
A lot of discussion on this rock.
At this level of play, this is not one you want to take any shot lightly. So.
Well, this is the first skipped red rock, so she does have a second opportunity after this one, and that also comes into play too. It's okay, we've got two shots at this, and you're always thinking, what is the other skip going to do once I put my rock in here? What would be their next shot?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, decision's been made. Kind of a tight broom, so my guess is she's coming in with a fair amount of weight. And as Donna mentioned earlier, it's very weight sensitive, so they tend to run straight with weight. And she put a fair amount of spin on it too, which also keeps it straighter.
Maybe too much weight. It's going really straight.
So it's just going to take her own out with no roll.
Okay. So she should have had a tighter broom, which means shoot closer into that yellow with that kind of weight, or less weight, so she could have curled in, but that really wouldn't have helped her out too much.
Right.
So I think a little bit of a tighter broom on that kind of weight coming in.
Or don't throw it so hard.
Yeah, but then she wouldn't have gotten out two rocks.
Well, she doesn't need to push them all the way out of the house. What she needs is to push them out so her reds outscore.
And that's interesting, because a lot of folks who are new to curling make that mistake. They think a takeout is massive weight, bang it out of there. And that's why you'll hear a lot of skips yell control weight or back of the house weight. Like, I don't need you to come with powerhouse, knock it through the back end, because it's a finesse shot even on your takeout sometimes.
Okay, so Margie's, I think, coming down right on top of.
She wants to lay another one, right?
Right there.
When you come with that much weight, those of us are catching those rocks in the back don't like that either. All right, so this is another guard, putting up another guard, protecting.
Well, that one kind of over curled on
Yep,
her.
it did. But anything in front is helpful. It kind of prevents it now from the other side. She tried to lay in there, so she came on the other side. She potentially could have gotten to the button maybe, but it's a good protection. And this is going to be the last
This is
rock.
a very nice setup for Team Smith. Right now I'm struggling to try to figure out how can Red score out of this. To me, the best they can hope for is cut them to 1.
I still think the takeout's there if you hit it just right, but I don't think she's going.
I think she's
that
going to go
direction.
for hitting the... Oh,
What is
she's
that,
throwing it away.
Okay.
Was that the called shot?
Yeah.
I thought she would at least try to quarter hit the red into the yellow and scoot one of those yellows in the middle out. Okay, but...
All right, time to reset. They only gave up 1. Figure, okay, steal a 1.
So now there's a 1-minute break. We're going to flip over, look at the men's gold for a second here. Men gold, and
Is that Rich Ruinen who's playing?
so we got Farborough versus Hedstrom, and Rich Roon. Yes, he is the
Very
alternate
exciting.
for the U.S. Olympic team.
That's Team Casper. Very exciting if everyone watched that whole event unfold. But we have a new representative in the men's category and going to the Olympics, and that's Team Casper. And Rich Ruinen is their alternate / coach. So he will be going to Italy. So if he wins this, he'll be very busy traveling.
Yeah, they win this, and then he'll be in Italy in February. Is that when
February.
it is? And then win this, he'll be going to Zurich in April, I do believe. So,
Yep.
and I was talking to them earlier, and they're real anxious to get to Zurich.
Yeah. Well, you first got to win.
Right. So they came close.
I think the other team would beg to differ. Would
Right. Okay.
you got to come through us first.
Yep. And they were kind of, Hedstrom was like, yeah, we did beat Farborough before. It's like, yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
They were, Farborough really didn't believe it. He was like, that was my club team, not this team. So, anyway, let's flip back to the women's game. They've restarted. So it looked like the Leeds opening shot drifted a little deep.
Yeah, you're always looking for those opening shots to be guards, because you have your free guard zone, and you also have, if you land on the center line, they can't tick you off that line, and there's a penalty, they lose their shot. So, those first 3-4 shots, you're always looking to get into that free guard zone because they can't take you out. And that sets up usually a really fun end to watch.
Particularly, what was I going to say? For the opening shots, get it on right outside the house, right on that center line. I mean, my idea is to have it about an inch or two out of the house.
Yeah, and that's what this yellow rock is going for. Let's see
where it comes in. So
Look at
when
that.
it comes into view,
You say it and it manifests right there, Mike.
Yeah. So when it comes into view, that is about 4 feet. Is where the cutoff on the stream that we're broadcasting.
So any part of that rock hits that center line within the first, is it 4 shots or 5?
5. The 6th shot, you can start taking them out.
So they can't move that at all off the line. If the red hits it off the line,
well,
they have a choice, right?
It's a choice. The skip's choice. They can either leave it as it played out, or they can reset everything and take the offending rock out of play.
Yeah, 90 to 95% of the time, it's usually best to take it out because they lose their rock, and you can put yours right back where it was. So it's a huge advantage.
Right. And so there was an earlier game on the semifinals where I wasn't certain if the rock was on the center line, but it was ticked, but got pushed into the house, and the offending rock rolled off to the side. It ended up being a nice corner guard. Skip opted to leave it.
Nice.
So so it worked for them. That's how we.
Yeah, a lot of rules change within the curling community, given from on high. What is that from USA
Oof,
Curling or wherever
this
that comes
is
from?
a rough shot.
Oh yeah.
I don't think she wanted to really guard the hacks like that, but okay.
No.
Ice guys like it.
So red now is calling to get that red tucked behind that center rock, the yellow. At this point, it can be a guard for either team, right?
Mhm.
So red's going to use it and try and tuck right behind it so that they have some protection. So that was the called shot. It's hanging out there quite far. See if the sweepers can get it there.
Looks like they're gonna come right down to that yellow,
Yeah.
just in front of it.
Just in front of
Actually,
it.
that's a useful shot for red.
Yep.
On that, because danger is if it's too open up, that yellow could use that as to run it back into some. So
So yellow now is trying to use that opportunity to tuck behind those two rocks.
I mean,
That's what I always tell my leads when I'm calling a game. It's like if you're gonna throw those opening rocks, it's always better for them to be light than heavy. If they throw through the house, there's nothing I can do about it.
yeah.
But
You know,
if they
yeah,
get it
yeah.
in the front somewhere, I can use it
Yeah.
or promote it or hide
Right.
behind it or something.
Right.
So I
But
always tell them
the
err
wa-
on the light.
Yeah. No, except Tule where
Well,
they're
you don't
hogging
hog,
at.
but hopefully not. But
So Erica's opting to
but a
open
great
the
shot
front
there.
up here.
Great shot. Tucked it right behind.
Interesting. She's pulling it. Well, that's because there's a yellow rock on the center line in the touching the 1 foot. So
So no holds
was-
barred now. You can take out those center guards, and that's
And
well,
that
she would have hoped you could take
kinda-
out both of them. But
I'm guessing it over curled
Yeah.
from what she was hoping for. So Margie's
and we
gonna.
have yellow calling for a please place another one right in there for me.
Yep.
More rocks into the house behind those guards is great.
So now Norma's gonna try coming around. Let's see. Did she hit the broom? I'm just trying to determine what kind
It's a
of
little
swing
wide.
we're getting
A
here.
little wide. So it's
that-
going to hang out there a little bit.
So this presents an opportunity for Team Brown. Yeah, I think Erica's going to take advantage of it. Oh, maybe not. Okay. What I was thinking of is that she can come around and chip on that one, the yellow on the tee line and roll in front of the other one.
Well,
But
they're both behind, one's behind the tee line and the other one's on, so it presents a little basket, I call it. You
Yeah.
can kind of land right in there and have the protection in the back.
But
So
again, I was thinking if she
she's just looking
hits
to take
and
out those
rolls,
center guards. That's what she's
right,
going
just
for.
open it up. How's the line? It's still over curling on her.
Yeah,
Boy, that was a repeat of the last shot.
yeah, it was.
Not the
So
result
that's the
she was looking
conundrum.
for.
Right, as a skip, sometimes you're like, okay, you just played that one, so you know what to do. However, sometimes as a skip saying, well, you're not making that one, so maybe I'll try
Right.
something different. So that's the conundrum as a skip, which
Right.
way to go.
Well, then it comes the other part of that too. Is like, how many shots do you want to take at something that
Right.
So after, do you want to waste more than 2 shots at something?
Yeah, I've seen games where with 5 or 6 shots at the same thing.
Right. And it's like whiff on one side, whiff on the other side, and it's kind of like, okay, let's change it up. And
See, and she's coming the same way they've been coming because they know that side of the ice. They know how it's curling.
well, point
We'll
of
see this.
view, bugger it
There
up.
you go.
Oh,
You
think
know,
she
you'll
would've-
often see that with skips where they'll have a preference to come on one side versus the other, and that's because maybe they've been playing more on that side. They have a more comfortable with knowing how it's curling on that side. their players have been curling and throwing more on that side. So sometimes you're like, hey, why aren't they just coming around the other way? Well, I often ask that. Well, what the heck? And they're like, nope, they've been throwing that side. They know how it behaves.
And okay, well, first of all, let's talk about this shot. So Erica wants to, I think, nose hit this one. And that would move all 3 yellow rocks.
You have to come with a lot of weight.
But it's over curling on her. It's going to hit on the inside, lose the shooter, and...
Oh, pops out the other side.
Right.
Okay. All right. So more of the same. Put another one in there.
I know I've had the Vices talk to me about, I was like, well, how about pulling in on the other side or else? And, it's like, well, we haven't played that side for, a couple ends.
Could be frosty, could have maybe the ridges knocked down, not as much or more or whatever. So yeah, you see that quite often where they like to come on the same end that they've been coming on because they know it and they're familiar with it. And the skips kind of know where it's going to break because they've seen it. So she's choosing to do the same thing here.
So this is Margie's first rock.
Yeah. So clearly Margie is setting the pace for this end. Erica's team is having to chase it down a little bit.
So for me, I would look to put it in the house if you're looking at the house, right where it says health, right about the L and the T.
Yeah. So whenever you don't have the hammer, you're looking to put as much up front as possible to prevent
this one
a
might
shot at the
over
end.
curl on her, which isn't the worst.
Nope. Anything up front is
just
good.
as long as
look
it
at
doesn't
that.
create too big of a gap, so
Yeah.
that works out.
That does
Those are
work out great.
a couple of nice guards.
So she's saying come on that side maybe they're a little less familiar with or haven't had as much luck on still, and try and curl in again. We'll see if they've learned anything or if the ice is behaving, all that other kind of fun stuff. You'd be surprised how much the ice changes during the game, end to end. People think, well, how hard is it? You should have learned the ice, and it's surprising how much it changes during the game just from being played on, and even from other teams who are out there playing.
Right. And actually, I find that one of the most enjoyable parts of the game.
You would.
Okay. Because it's constantly changing.
It is.
And it's like, and you got to be a real student of the ice.
Yeah.
So, from the discussion I was watching, it looks like they just want to draw around those two, back to those 2 yellows in the 4-foot.
Yep. It's kind of out there, but it looks like it's going to curl. It's curling right now at the break, and now they'll start.
I'm surprised they not. Yeah, at what point are they going to start sweeping to make sure it's down there? I think it.
Come on in there.
Well, the sweepers like the weight. They're looking for just
There
T,
you go.
which is.
Great shot.
Yes.
Okay. Great shot. So she was able to make her adjustments and make the good shot on that side based upon what she was seeing from her team. And
So
now what we're looking at.
Well, it's similar broom, so my expectation is Margie's just going to follow the red rock down. Let's see.
This is Maggie's last shot.
Margie.
I'm sorry, Margie. Brown-M.Smith is was an actress, so.
Okay.
Margie, here she goes. I'm terrible with names. Sorry, y'all out there. All right. A lot of hand signals. Slow down. Slow down.
Well, now
Speaking
sweeping
to the
on the
rock.
outside, trying to get it to break a little more. And
Here it
based on
comes,
this,
here it comes.
it's coming, it bites at the end here and
Oof.
didn't quite accomplish what
No.
they were looking for. So red is still shot, at least from
Boy.
our perspective.
Erica made the pressure shot last
So
rock.
what looking to do now? There's danger in this call,
There sure is.
but coming similar T weight, but get on the inside of that yellow. Tap that
Correct.
out and roll on top of the other red.
Yeah. Just to
So-
outcount that yellow, which is it's a tough shot. And it's not without risk here, right?
Yes, because if it doesn't curl up enough, it'll jam the yellow into the red and possibly give yellow the shot, the point. Is his hammer.
This is it.
Well, it's early enough, and the most they'd give up is one more point. So
We had a nice
Well,
break on the ice here, a nice
Yep.
curl at the end on
let's
these
see what our
rocks.
three-time Olympian does on this one here.
It's breaking real nice.
And he just
Gotta get
got
around
a
that
skinny
guard,
right
coming in.
past the guard and not making it.
No. Just curled a little too much.
Well, they'll
So-
still take their one, and
It's a good confidence booster for that side, and now it's like a new game, tied up, starting over.
yeah,
It's a good kind of cleanse for both sides to be like, all right,
okay. Now they've played both sides of the sheet,
burn the
and
ice a little.
yeah, so broken in. So now we're on a 1-minute break. Let's see what's going on in the men's.
Okay, men's
So-
look like they have a tied game as well.
So
Great competition here at Kettle.
I know that's why it was a tough choice which game we went on the broadcast on. But
Well, I'm going to say women every time. Just kidding. He gave me a look.
Yeah.
For those of you out there.
every time. Okay. Maybe if her husband is one of these, she'd change her mind on that. So.
Well, us women are always looking to promote the sport with women. We have lots of men who are willing to come out and curl, but we're always looking for more women.
That's true.
So anytime we can get the word out and show how fun it is and competitive
And
it is.
women actually do this?
Yeah, we
Yes, you know.
actually do.
I don't like being cold. If you're cold out there, you're not sweeping hard enough. Okay, so men are tied 2-2, and the women are coming back playing.
And we're off and running.
So we're looking for that nice tight center line guard. This one's
Little
going
deep
in the
again.
house. Wow, that went deep.
Yep.
So Margie's looking just gonna take that out right away.
And for those of you who aren't familiar, if it's in the house or touching any part of that area, it's fair game. You can take it out at any time. So that's what the called shot is. Get rid
And
of
I'm
it.
guessing she's gonna want to roll to one side or the other.
Yep, put it off to the side, make it harder to take out the yellow. And that's kind of what happened there. She would have liked it a little bit further off to the side, but so you see you're putting your broom closer to the yellow. That's because they're coming with more speed, straighter shot. Means you don't have to throw it as
Yeah.
wide.
I'm not liking the line on this one.
No.
It might actually miss from my angle,
Touch a little.
and
Oh,
it
tough
did.
shot. So probably not enough weight or too tight on the broom.
Well,
I mean, to me, it looked like enough weight to take it out, but
Oh, there was enough weight there, but it's,
She's-
is that what she called?
correct. You'll see a lot of hand signals out there.
So that was
These skips.
that was always the it's like, well, gee, if I knew what as a skip what the person was throwing, then I'd put the broom in the appropriate place.
It's true. Okay, she's looking to split the house. put one on each side. Of course, they can't take out both. So, well, okay.
Generally
We're
not.
not Olympians. We have seen it.
And
Tough break.
that was not the desired result. Okay.
Try that shot again.
Give it a touch more broom.
Yep,
I remember.
little wider. Saying, hey, if you come with that weight, I'm going to give you a little more broom because it's curling.
Now is this?
So we don't want that person to overcorrect and throw more weight because that.
Right. What are we going?
Happen.
Is this now?
That was a tad bit more weight.
Anne that's throwing this versus that one definitely had more weight, hung out there. So. Well, that was always the other thing about, to take stuff out. You don't need to throw killer weight. And the fun one is when, because how the ice is behaving, sometimes in the tendency of the thrower, you bring it in as a skip, and they're like, whoa, he's got the broom so close to the rock, I got to throw really hard. It's like, no, just give me board weight. That's all I'm calling because I need it to curl.
Right.
And they throw peel weight.
Are you saying your team should not question you? That never happens, does it?
Well, it's fun when you get the guy with the 1 year of experience, and it's like calling to, well, you should do this. And I'm like, I've only been doing this 20 years. I think you should trust me a little more.
So I've noticed that the men love to come off the ice and they can remember every shot and every end and talk about it incessantly. And I've noticed the women come off and say, hey, who brought the appetizer and what are we drinking tonight? So. And of course, that's at club level.
Yeah.
When you're at this level, of course, they're talking about the game to always get better.
Okay, so.
All right, wide open house. What to do?
I don't know, did Erica wanted that one to stick around? I imagine so. I think she's getting a little more curl than she was expecting on stuff so far. So Marty's, where did she want it?
She went on the corner.
Okay.
In the house. Give them something difficult again. Maybe they'll have another miss.
That was one thing. As a skip, you're always kind of like, okay.
It looks heavy too.
Scooting another through.
No, maybe biter in the back.
Hanging on there. Oh.
Yeah. So that looks like a biter.
So now.
Still counts.
Okay, again, the 3-time Olympian, they got their way of calling it. At this point of the end, I would ignore that rock. Yeah.
I heard in your earlier broadcast, Mike, where you said those biters come back to get you.
Yeah, I know. And it almost worked for Heinze's rank.
Yeah. All right.
But it's in the back of the house. Early in the end, if something's back there, you start chasing the ones in the back, then you're not building the house you're looking for. And if you keep yours in the front, see at club level, they'll, have high probabilities of knocking rocks into the ones in the back.
Mm-hmm. She's looking, I think, to land on top of this one. Front of it somewhere. Get some protection. Saying stop sweeping it. We don't want it to
over-curl. And might tick it, but gave it a little nudge.
They're both hanging there.
And from our perspective, it looks like red is out-counting the yellow.
All right, she's calling to take that one out.
She is not giving it much broom. But again, it might be straighter out on that part of the sheet. What's the tendency of the shooter? And this is.
And that's another element of
Caitlin.
Curling is playing the rocks too, right? Knowing how much they curl and how active or live they are. That's what they call that. And Kettle, these rocks are relatively new, and I believe they were prepped for this event to make them a little more lively. So that means they'll get more action on them.
So do we have to order right? Was that Annie or was that Caitlin throwing there? The Vice rocks for Team Brown.
Vice, I believe.
Yeah, the Vice rocks. But
Yep.
I remember, is it Annie or Caitlin that's throwing Vice?
Well, if they're in order on your sheet here, that would be Anne, right, Annie?
Right, but when I was talking to him earlier, it seemed like Annie was Vice and Caitlin. Is that right? Did I get it right?
Out of order.
Then my cheat sheet on the computer showing Caitlin as throwing second and Annie third. All right. Anyway, so back to the game.
Squirrel.
I'm so easily distracted.
Well, it was still about curling, so we'll take that.
You haven't gotten me on my other tangents yet.
All right,
And
so we
there's
have
so many.
skip rock coming now.
All right, so what's Erica want to do? Oh, let me see. How about across the front of that yellow, tap it out. She's going to come at weight with that broom, so she's going to...
She does. She's probably taking out hers as well.
Yeah.
But...
Or, hit, roll all the way across, and bite on the other side of the house.
And that's another thing that you always talk about. It's number one, make your shot, and number two, anything after that's gravy. So sometimes you get in your head about, and look
Where's
at this,
the roll?
is a terrific shot. Look at that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Exactly what
Okay.
she wanted to do. So that was make your shot and get some gravy. She hit the yellow out. It kept her red in.
Yeah.
So
Actually, I was thinking she was hoping for a little more roll on that because those
Yeah.
are kind of together. They're not. It's a bit offset. So
it's an opportunity for a double.
yes.
I think that's what you're getting at.
I was going to explain how this double was working first. I was like, hit it right on the quarter, right where by the broom, and then it'll ricochet off and hit the other one. And depending on exactly where they hit it, could jam it and stick around. Hit it too much, then it goes across the top of the other yellow one, probably rolls out. And she's coming with weight.
Oh yeah. They're sweeping to keep this a little bit straighter because
Yeah,
it
it's
looks
gonna
like
over
it's-
curl on her. That's actually gonna be pretty much close crossing the center
Yeah.
line when it's finally hitting the rock, and she rolls out on it.
Yep.
Okay, opportunity for Team Brown. So yeah, she's looking to put it up.
Far enough away so that there's no double opportunity. Where's
No.
the best place?
Oh, now they're put it on. She's gonna put it on the T line. On the other side of the house.
Yep, they want to split the house again, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't think their objective is to actually try to steal. It's more just make sure they hold them to one.
That's always the objective, right? So.
Nah, objective is to steal.
Well, ideally, but they're always trying to hold the team
Yeah.
that has the hammer to one if you're the opposition.
One at the most.
At the most.
Yeah.
Because they always have that last shot, so.
So the sweepers are liking the weight on it. They're not sweeping it anymore. Again, the sweepers are responsible
Yep.
for the weight of it.
Swept a little early, maybe to get the curl going.
And that
And
looks like a good rock.
that's good placement there.
Not quite out to the wings as she wanted, but so now Margie, either she draws in for one, but she would have to hit the 4 foot.
Harder shot than a takeout, so most people say.
It depends.
Well, she's
Okay,
going for the take.
I believe she's calling for the take.
Yeah.
Like she should get that room for draw or take.
So usually with the take, you don't have to worry too much about the finesse on the weight. You pretty much just hit the rock out, hit and stick, hit and stay.
Well, that's
Then
your
you're warm.
issue if you know.
You should have that down. But we've
What are
seen
you?
lots of skips miss the draw
What-
to the button.
Yeah, what are you more comfortable with, your takes or your draws?
All right, just threw a
So
little bit of weight.
Now
Waiting for it to curl. It's coming. Here it
coming at
comes.
the end. Looks like it was hanging there for a while.
There you
and
go.
take a
That's
little.
it. All right.
One yellow. So mission accomplished for Team Brown. Hold them to
Yes,
one.
hold 'em to one.
So let's see what the men's game's doing.
Oh boy.
So
this
they're in
looks
the
like
third.
second to
And
last rock.
yeah.
Looks
So
like
Hedstrom is throwing red rocks. Kind of hard to tell which one's shot in the back there,
looks like
in the 4 foot.
big yellows.
So he
in
wants
there
to
for sure.
run that yellow straight into those yellows in the 4 foot. If he crotches those two, he blows them both out, and then the red would definitely be sitting shot. And some of these guys, I'm amazed at how hard some of these guys can throw. Oh wait, I didn't see that one in the way. Didn't work. Oh, bing bang bong. Not all bad though. Open the front up a little bit for Hedstrom's second shot, so far below. As you want to come around, tap his yellow, make a bigger cluster of yellow rocks into the middle. Harder to move 'em a whole bunch out. What was that, 120 pounds of granite he has to move?
Oh yeah.
But man, some of the weights I've seen these guys throw, they could do it easily. So
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering what some of their hog to hog times are. 6 seconds.
Yeah.
All right, we'll watch this shot and then flip back to the women's game.
Okay, looks like he's
He's trying to go off the red on the,
yeah.
and he
there was
missed
a
it.
miss.
Okay. All right, switching back to the women's game. Okay.
All right. Coming up on sheet, N4 here. After 4, they'll take a break.
5-minute
5
break.
minutes.
So,
Tight game.
the perfect guard in the middle there for Team Smith. And then Brown setting up a corner guard. So it depends what happens here. She probably want to lay one behind the corner guard on her next rock. But Smith's probably either on top of this, tap it back, or
crashing a little on their own.
split them on.
Yeah, if you hit your own off the center line, oh well.
It should come out too, just like the other one. But from my perspective, it's still on the center line, so you're okay.
You've heard it, folks. Curling tips from Mike Vera.
So, again, Erica's looking to draw in that little port between
Oof.
the two. Ooh, needs to curl. That's a lot of spin that's going to keep that straighter. Let's see if it's going to probably crash. Unless it makes a big cut at the end here. Yep. So now,
Yep. One of those.
Maggie has the option to, does she want to put it back? Or did she like where it ended up? Which is not a bad spot for that yellow rock.
I'm guessing she's going to keep it.
And keep it there and put one
Yep.
back.
Maybe have a discussion.
Now their vices. Norma's questioning. Is like, are you sure about this?
down for a technical timeout, probably because they get time to discuss, I think. Yep, putting that rock back.
So do we got to rewind here to put it in the right spot for them?
Yeah,
Or are they like sumo judges that know exactly where the rocks were before
well, it's
they?
up to the skip to put it back, and then the officials will give time back if time was elapsing. They'll give them the time back on their clock, so they won't be penalized for taking a little bit of time to do that.
Again,
they have ways of doing that to put it back on the timer.
She did
they don't
not
do it right away.
right.
They'll do it at the end of the end.
She did not have to do that. She could have let the rocks stay where they ended up, which is the other mistake some people make. Is like, well, it ticked, and they grab it right away. I'm like, no.
So she thought the best advantage again was removing a red rock that was in play,
right,
as opposed to maybe a better position for her yellow. And kind of agree with that. And either way, it could have gone either way.
Well, takes one red out of play.
It sure does.
And
it's
I think
this
advantage. Right, and I think this shot that they just tried, that came up a little short, would have been come around those and put it in the spot where that got tapped up into. So
yeah, and red has the last shot, so yellow's like, hey, we want a lot of stuff on top, protecting the house, protecting the button. Okay. It's kind of a little bit of a miss there too.
That was the sixth rock.
You get a red in front now that they can use later.
Nah.
But
Just Margie's taking it out right away.
Says, get it out of here. You hit it just right. There couldn't be a double.
No, because that would jam on the yellow on the.
Mike says no.
Right. Mike says no. If you're looking for the double.
Come on, make the shot. But I can prove Mike wrong. Once in my life. No, McCurl, just going for the one in front. Safer shot. You're right. Which I'm a relatively new skip, so I'm learning as well. So when I run it past more seasoned skips, then they correct me on my flawed logic. And I end up saying, you're right, quite a lot right now. That's part of learning.
Well, I tell people that learn to curl that I can teach you to curl in an afternoon, but takes you a lifetime to perfect it. So I'm still learning. I'm still correcting, even though I've been doing it 20 years. So now is this one curling? Or it's okay. It's getting through the port. Now how's the weight? Yeah, it looks a little hot to me.
A little spicy is what we call it sometimes. Looks like it'll be in the back. All right.
So Margie's just kind of wants to draw to the button behind her cluster of guards.
Yeah, she does follow it down.
I'd like just a little way.
Wouldn't you like it high in the house, right?
Oh yeah,
I
would like
red coming down.
in front of the 4 foot, touching top of the 4 foot is where I would be targeting. Which means just needs to squeeze by the guards.
A little bit heavy.
Too much. Oh man, that's coming to the back.
Yep.
We got a fast track here.
So now red can just follow that one down.
Just again, get them to the back of the house. You keep on stacking them up.
Yeah.
So at our upcoming 5-minute break, we'll review the silver medal games, see where they are.
Here comes another one. Looks like a lot less weight because they're sweeping it already.
Now the question is, can they sneak behind around those guards? And they do.
Nice,
A
very
perfect amount of.
That was beauty.
Yes.
Right, look at that, right on the button. And that's where you thank your sweepers, even though you like to take credit for the shot yourself. The
Oh
sweepers
no.
help bring that right in there
Humility
for-
is part of the sport here.
What?
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, for all you aspiring skips out there, remember, when you win, it's a team effort,
Oh,
and
yeah,
when
yeah.
you don't, it's the skip's fault.
I always think it's my fault.
It's not necessarily just throw. Maybe it's a sweep, wrong sweep call, wrong strategy move at time, late
Makes
on
for great
wrong
chatter
broom
back
place.
in the house when you're broom stacking and
Yeah.
having a beverage.
So this is going to tap the yellow,
Yeah, a little light.
which will be, well, I was going to say plug the hole a little bit and help the team Brown. So at this point, I think that port.
Plug that hole.
Oh
right
yeah, that port is
there.
That
Anything in that path, in that glide path, is going to protect the one in there. Now, ideally,
So-
you'd like to get two.
So which means just put it inside the 8 foot. Right.
Yeah, I'll count that one in the back.
If you see
right?
the words on there, healthcare, you can, right below the Y, the U part.
Yeah, you
why
look
don't
at
we-
top of the house, but I'll count the yellow in the back would put
That-
you sitting
That's
at
a bonus,
two.
but I would not
This
want to go
looks
any
light.
deeper than that.
Nope.
Squeezing right by the guards.
That's where you're screaming at your.
And got a little tick and rolled in and to plug the
That's good.
hole.
That's good.
Okay.
Now, a
The
lot
way-
of rocks out there to play.
Yes.
Now, here's where a lot of discussion between the vice and the skip to kind of determine what would be the best shot here.
And we're on skip rocks.
It's tough to promote any of those yellows because they're not lined up right. So, what would you do here, Mike?
Well, I trust my draws, so.
You
But-
draw in? That's
I mean,
a
I-
long way to draw.
From the center perspective, it looks like
she's
a
doing.
long ways, but
That's what
if
she's
you look at
doing.
the whole sheet view, I mean, it's only covering up to 4 foot. Okay. So, and those are high enough up, and I trust my curl on my draws enough that I tried coming around.
And this is her first shot, so anything in there is going to help her with the last shot.
I mean, the other thing, red is hammer, yes?
Yep,
So you also got how do you keep red from getting 2?
correct.
So if you come around, she may not get the shot, but if she can get down into the 4 foot, that
You'll protect them, but
Yeah.
then red has the promote on the other side, so you can't protect everything. That's what I always tell my team.
Yeah.
You can't protect every shot, but you want to protect the easiest shot. Make it hard for the other team. Looks like she's a little narrow.
right.
On
This is
one.
gonna crash on those guards.
Oof.
Oh wow, is that
Very,
cutting?
Very, very narrow.
So this
Okay, not the worst outcome.
right, not all bad. She could wick
Alright.
off that one, run it back in, angle raise,
So red can come between that port still on that
So,
same side,
or
promote on the
Yeah.
other, which
Yeah.
is the safest bet.
Well,
Probably the
again,
promote on your
red has 2 shots. Okay, so
Go for
you
it.
know, which you can. Yellow is pretty good for the angle raise, and
Looks like
so
they're
right now, do you
calling for that.
take the opportunity to tap one of your reds in? I mean, it
Yeah,
has to
that's
get
what
in.
She's calling.
Has to get into full 8. It's hard to see where the yellow in the back is lying. So this is actually where it gets tricky on weight. Okay. So it's like T to back 8 weight is what she should be targeting. Okay. Why? Because you got to move that other rock that's been sitting there for a little bit.
You have to have enough on there to push it.
If she wants to get it into the 4-foot.
All right, looks like the weight is good.
And she needs to stay on this to hold it out enough because she needs to hit it on the quarter on the outside.
She does, and they are.
It's coming up too much. It's going to be up. Let's see. Oh, beautiful. Go back. Look at that. She actually was probably heavy.
Wow, great shot. Great shot.
Where's the vice? She should have been sweeping that yellow rock. Make red sitting 3.
Yeah. Well, that's an optimist. I don't think you were going to sweep that out, no matter how hard you swept. But you're right. It is a game of millimeters. So sometimes those come back to bite you in the very end. You're like,
I should have swept that one harder.
Two or three sweeps on that could have made it close for a measure. All right, so yellow's last shot here.
So, but now that window's back open over there. Okay.
And they're hoping to maybe land at least one in there to hold them to 1.
So
I'll count the other one.
Be hard.
It's hard to be shot.
Yeah, hard to come down. I mean,
I think they're just
you'd have to move it off the button.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna try and.
I mean, if they can come in to that back red one, but just sit in the 4-foot somewhere.
Come with quite a bit of weight here.
Yeah, it seems a little heavy.
Little spicy.
Oh boy, that one's going through. Not
right.
oh. Okay, here's an opportunity for Team Brown to get 3. She just needs to get 8-foot somewhere. And then, if it drifts deep, she has backing. Hard to tell if she comes to that backing if she'd actually be counting 3. So T-weight is best option, right?
Sure is.
Or
anything, right?
How do you rely on your sweepers? I mean, you give me a top 12 and you drag it.
You don't even have to get to the button. You just have to land in that gray part
Yep,
of the button
touch it.
anywhere. Touch it.
Touch the gray somewhere.
You're good. You get your 3. Don't worry about the curl. Just worry about the weight.
And at this
So
level,
to speak, you still have to get through the port, but you don't have to curl to the button. You just have to hit
at
that.
this level and this experience level with the players, back at club level when they're like, "Whoa, I thought I had enough," and they didn't sweep it.
It's a little hot.
Oh no!
Little hot.
Oh no! Here it's slowing down.
Oh, here
It'll
we
be
go.
fine.
Nice shot. Very nice.
She doesn't want to make sure it was there.
All right. Yeah.
So, another 3-point in for Team Brown.
Yeah.
So, as expected, tough battle between the two. So we're gonna
take a quick break, right?
We got a 5-minute break. The men's team is also on a break.
See you in a few, right?
And they got 2 minutes to go on their break, so we'll take a break ourselves, stretch our
Sounds
legs.
good.
So we'll be back in a couple minutes. Okay, so we'll be cutting back over to the women's game. That was a quick 5 minutes. But update on the men's gold medal. Looks like Farbolo is leading 4-3 after 4. And in the silver medal game, after 4, the Jackson rank is up 4-1 over Heinze. And the Leclerc team is ahead 7-3 after 4. So sorry, I was distracted. I missed what happened on the opening rocks here. Probably went through or got hit. That one's a little heavy again. So, I'm a little surprised. I think they would have D-weight dialed in by this point. So then when Margie's looking for Shelly's rock here to, well, I'm guessing T-weight or it's a corner guard off to the side.
No, I'm back. Did you miss me, Mike?
I missed you. It's not very exciting doing the monologue on these things. So
I appreciate that. I had to go down and say hi to everyone,
and she knows everyone.
I do. There's lots of curling going on at this time of the year, and there's actually club playdowns going on this weekend as well.
Where is that?
Point.
Club?
Yeah, club.
Okay.
For Wisconsin.
Yes. So does Kettle have any teams in that?
We had some Kettle-ish members. So Chloe was competing, which is Heather's daughter, and Megan Banansky, and a few others. So we did have some Kettle representation there.
I'll laugh about Banansky. You know, still lives in Austin, Texas, right? Yeah, Kettle member. I'm not. She's a
of course.
curler,
Kettle,
you know.
always a Kettle.
Yeah. So
You can't shake us off. But it's a great community. Curling is a wonderful family.
So Shelly didn't quite tuck the rock behind the, it's called a blocker when it's in the house. So Shelly's going to try hitting on the outside of it and rolling to the outer part of the outer rings.
Okay, we have a great shot being delivered right now.
So she needed to clear the guard by just the right amount. And okay, now where's the roll go? Rolled a little too much. That's where, you know, a lot of times with you throwing that heavy weight on takes, you know, you got to hit it precisely to get it rolling where you know, because otherwise
Again,
the rolling
that's
out.
the gravy I was talking about. I always tell my my team, first and foremost, make the shot. If we get a roll that's at the more elite levels, or we get the, I want that obviously, but sometimes they're getting their heads too much about that roll and they miss the shot.
But the the other, I mean, part I go is like, okay, you know, board weight, board and hack weight will take it out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now you gotta play the curl on it, but you know, to me, if you have bigger margin of error, so okay, so what's Margie calling it? So, so which way the handle's going?
For a hit.
Going to hit on that.
Yellow. So she wants to hit that red and then real thin, just like that. But just as you said, that weight, the weight messes you up every time. A little bit too hard, or didn't get a piece of it to slow down that momentum, and it spun out the back.
And didn't get a big enough piece to push the red out. So red's still hanging on the edge of the 12 foot. So what is Erica looking for on this one? Tuck behind? Yep.
Yeah, put it behind that red guard on top. With the back.
Yeah. To me, ideally, I'd like it to like about the C in the curling on the rock on curling.
It's gonna be a little deep. Sliding
Way deep. No, because I was be ahead of the 4 foot, but tucked behind. So I don't know. Margie's gonna try to draw in between. Put it. I think she tapped where I was calling it, right on that C of the curling, rock on curling. That looks hot too. I think the sweepers are calling, saying,
Here it comes.
okay,
Really curly now.
you know, watch what the sweepers are doing, and they're responsible for weight. I think they're okay. The weight's good. Might end up going, okay.
It's decent shot, but still lots of room on top there to land and still be shot.
Again, you know, Erica shooting the red rocks is
She's
looking
giving her
to
a lot
steal.
of room on that. She's expecting a curl.
That's not quite 4 feet of curl, so it's there with the right weight. Again, you're just looking for T weight on this. And, well, from our angle, it's kind of hard to tell. And then we got the sweeper's body in the way to see from where the line was. That looks a little heavy again. If it bonus, yeah. So, okay, did you see?
Less weight, it would have curled a little more.
No, it would have curled earlier. Okay, well, that was I was just watching where it was finishing, and the broom was right. Okay, because it's not absolute truth, but generally speaking, it's gonna curl the same amount. Okay, so if you had the right broom, the broom was right. If you had the right weight, it would have curled up perfectly. Okay, so she's too heavy. But you just watch where does it finish. It finished where they wanted it. Just too deep. How's that?
Right.
East-west, it was right. North-south was the problem.
Hope all of you can understand that out there.
The sheets are orientated, lengthwise north-south. And east-west is, across the sheets. And I've been to a lot of curling clubs, and probably 90% of them the sheets are orientated north-south.
Interesting. All right, she placed a nice rock here above the tee,
So
kind of protecting that line a little bit. So do you try and curl around it, or you come around the other side? So that's what they're discussing right now. Is
what rock are we on here? So this is Erica's first rock. My expectation is she's gonna drive that one straight back. Nose hit will get those 2 yellows out.
And just coming out to take a peek at those angles. The third is kind of looking at that, saying,
You were muted.
What's that?
You were muted. I am so sorry.
Oh, I was muted the whole time?
All 4 ends.
My
5
husband
ends.
only knew there was a button such as that. all that wisdom I imparted
Yeah.
into the ethos.
You know,
Well, maybe they heard it on your mic.
yeah,
How's that?
they probably really faintly, but yes, they they're kind of like, what is Mike talking about? You know?
He's answering himself. You've never done that before.
No, never ever have I ever.
I've actually walked up on you and you've been mumbling to yourself, so especially on a game, like watching. What are they doing now? Which we all do. Okay, she's
So this
looking
look
to
good line.
take
It needs to
these
curl
both
up just
out.
a hair more, and
Okay.
well, not quite the result that we're looking for.
No, but sets up a better house for her second shot to kind of get her red up there atop. And
I think Margie was already seeing the danger of that red rock that Erica just threw. So I think she's going to want to cover that up.
and she's trotting back to kind of save some time on the clock, which you can see on the back glass. You see yellow is ticking down right now, so that's their think time. They have plenty of time yet in the game.
They're playing at a good pace.
Yeah, it does like get in your head like, oh my gosh, only 13 minutes, but for pure think time, that's you're doing right where you should be right now. And you'll see that timer stop when she releases that rock or crosses the
Tee line.
12 foot is where they're supposed to stop it, so that's where it stopped.
So it looks like the sweepers are liking the weight, or it's too heavy.
A little bit. Here it comes.
I was thinking that she'd want to go in front of the red one, but at this point,
Look at that.
go
Great
around it, put
shot.
another one in.
That's a beauty. Really nice.
Never hurts to throw another counter in there.
No. And as sweepers, gosh, love those rocks. You just slide down with it. You don't even have
Yeah.
to sweep it.
And I always compliment the sweepers on those kind of rocks too. Great sweeping job.
Is that backhanded complimenting yourself? I think that is. All right. So Erica is going to want to what? Follow that down?
From that broom, yes. Because you remember, yellow has hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Get one in there.
the issue is, look where the placement of those two yellows are.
Yeah.
I mean, even if she hits the nose on the top one,
Still might be third, right?
yes.
So maybe a little tiny tap would be good here, but it's tough to do when you're curling in like that to get enough speed, right? Because you need it to.
Yeah, you can move two rocks.
Yeah, that's rough.
Again, I'm sure she's done this many times before.
It's a good game. It's going back and forth.
I don't know. Sweepers are digging in big time there. Now they're happy with it. Surprised they're not making it try to
Comes.
curl more. She really needs just skinny by the top red.
Okay, a little light. Isn't doing too much there to. I mean, you're third now as opposed to them having three. Now you're third, which helps the situation a little, but we have yellow sitting too. And this is the last rock, so an opportunity for Smith to get 3 yellow.
Yeah. Ideally, Erica's rock would have been right into the 4 foot on the other, sitting on the yellows.
So she
keep
just has
'em
to
to 2.
outcount that.
So
Red.
call it touch 4 foot.
Yep. Oh, that would be ideal, right?
But even if she came back to her back yellow,
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of curl because you got to get around that red guard. So let's see what this side of the sheet does. And how much curl they can get on it. Lightweight. Looking for those sweepers to carry it.
it's
with a
cutting.
good curl.
It's cutting big time. It might tick the red guard
No.
just around it. Perfect.
Oh, slow
Look at that,
down.
right into the forefoot.
Look at that. Great shot, great call.
So 3 points for Team Smith. So
What a roller coaster, back and forth, right?
it's the kind of game you'd like for championship games.
Yep, very well matched.
Quick cut over to the men's game. Far below is up 5-3 after 5. And that was it. Just a quick look.
Yep,
And we're back to the women's
we
game.
have to stay on the women,
Yeah.
but the women were taking a break.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
take advantage of that 1 minute break between ends. So you didn't miss anything out in viewer land. Of course, if you're really paying attention, you can see the score
Mm-hmm.
for
And now we get
the
into
men's game
to,
on sheet C. That's just off in the top right-hand corner.
Now we get into a little bit of game management, right? Like when you get the hammer in what end, because you only have 3 ends to go here.
Right.
So hammer management is paramount when it's a tight game like this. You want to try and get that hammer
In
in
the-
even ends,
In
right?
even ends, yes.
So that means that you'll have hammer in the 8th end and have the best opportunity. So they're playing and thinking about that as well as they play these games. So sometimes you'll see a shot where they'll just want to clear the house and have no points so that they keep the hammer and those crucial even ends. So we'll see how that plays out in the next 3 ends here. Okay, you still have that wide open house.
So what's the call? Put it in, or I mean,
I believe it's
without
guard.
without hammer. Again, my objective would be to put it on a nice tight guard right on the center line.
Yep. Put something in front.
That's looking. Just a little heavy.
Ooh,
Oh
nice
no!
shot.
Almost perfect.
Oh.
Perfect.
Well, it's not on the center, but
Yeah,
it is a
that would have
guard.
been perfection if it was touching the center line.
Looks like Red would like to have their own guard put up here. That's what they're calling for.
So putting up
Okay.
a center guard. I'm sorry, corner guard.
Okay, now we're looking to start getting some rocks behind those guards and setting up their house.
See if they have T-weight dialed in at this point. Getting some good compliments on the ice from the various teams.
Ice crew's
so
amazing.
They're-
Lots of
they're-
work goes into it.
They're really liking the speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's good. 4 feet of curl.
That's
Not
what you look for.
well. This little while, like 5-6 feet of curl, but it makes it really fun when you put the broom on the edge of the 12 foot and it gets back to the center line. So that one carried a little deep again.
Yeah.
It seems like we got a fast track right down there. Down that
Thought I
path.
saw her put a little bit on that at the very end when she delivered, either to keep her arms straight or saw her do a little kind of an extension there, which might have put just a touch more speed on it.
You know, that is a lot of the thing on the new curlers too. Is like just that little extra touch.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
Well, these
you
gals are by no means.
Well, I know, but
nerves, and you're trying to maybe remind yourself to keep your wrists straight or whatever, and you just flick it ever so little, and there it goes. Well, that was a fortunate little tick there.
What was
that one
the
out
call?
the
Did she
back.
want to take the top yellow out and just didn't curl up on her?
I think she was looking to. I'm not quite sure. I think she was looking to curl in, and it just ticked it and ended up. It had a lot of speed. So.
Mm-hmm.
But players work for years and years and years on their deliveries.
A lot of spin on that one, and I don't know. Sweepers are walking pretty quick there, so maybe that's through weight.
Might get a bite or no, out the back. Yeah, sometimes even you can see it, from us watching body language, you can see from the sweepers, they're right down on the ice. They pretty much know when they're walking with that rock what the speed is and what they're gonna, and they're communicating with the skip, telling her with either hand signals or telling her exactly what's going on. Lots of chatter out in the what happened there?
Somebody slipped and burned the
Yep.
rock. A slick spot on the sheet.
I thought I saw her hit the rock with her
Yeah.
broom.
Well, I was gonna say I saw a foot slip and then she.
Yeah. So it's a burned rock. It gets taken out of play.
Well,
Shake
if
that one off,
the burning
recover.
occurs between the hog lines, after the hog line, it's the opposing team's skip vice in the house, their discretion
Really?
where does not necessarily come out of play.
Well, that one was going nowhere.
Yeah.
It was going off to the other sheet. So.
Well, again, that was between hog lines, but past hog line, because think about it. It's like,
you're right. You're right.
I mean, as a sweeper, I know that this is gonna crash and hurt us. Oh, oops, I burned it. It has to come out. Like, no, doesn't happen that way.
That's true. And
that wouldn't be in the spirit of curling, but
I've seen at the Olympic level. I've already seen Schuster where there's been a tap of the rock after it went through the hog, and he just adjusted it ever so slightly and said, "It's fine, leave it." And it was within his prerogative to remove that rock, but there's such a great culture in curling with sportsmanship where you'll see that often, which is another reason why I love the sport so much.
Not quite the double that Erica was looking for on that one.
Okay, she's calling for a guard.
I think she's changing it up. I'm guessing she may want to pull behind those two reds instead.
Quick conference out on the ice. Okay, here we go. think that conference was about which side of the ice to come on, and they changed it up to come on the outside here as opposed to inside out. And it looks like it was a great adjustment because she got the rock exactly where she wanted it. Okay, I'm calling now for a take.
These have been problematic in this game. I think she's looking for, you don't want quite straight run back. You want a little angle so you can get them both out, but they haven't didn't curl up enough.
No.
Again, see?
A little frustration on the ice, but sometimes when you try a shot once or twice and you're like, okay, what am I doing wrong here? But
gets in your head.
I know, yeah. But they'll recover. That's what curling is. Learning as you go, making adjustments all along the way.
Okay,
And
so
again, the double would have been fantastic.
Yeah.
She did get out the top rock, so there was some success there.
So Margie's changing up her strategy a little bit here.
This is interesting.
Well, skips rocks now. Maybe she's thinking how to play it to keep them to one.
So it's, do you guard? Do you split the house? Do you curl behind?
That's what I thought she'd do.
Yeah.
And I think she's changing up to do that.
Well, at least come in a different direction, which I like this direction better. You get on the outside of the ice on those far corners, and it hasn't been played as much. It can be a little frosty, harder to know what it's going to do. It's tougher, I think, to get a finesse shot on those edges.
Right. And some of these sheets, I mean, like you get a little outside the 8 foot, it'll break in, but you get out to the 12 foot, even on draws, it won't even come in at all. So
Correct. I've seen that happen many times. It just hasn't been played as much, so
right.
ice hasn't been swept as much.
So basically, right now, where does she want to put this? Above the tee line in the 8 foot. Behind those 2 red guards. Because at this point at the end, a guard's a guard.
Right, doesn't matter color at this point, so she's going to try and use those 2 reds to guard her yellow. It's out there a little bit, hoping for a little more curl here.
Sweepers are
laying off.
Either saying it's too heavy or just right on the weight. Not curling up as much as they had hoped.
Yeah. Okay, a little exposed.
So now it's Erica's first shot. Which one does she go after first? It's probably the wiser one to take and roll behind, because then it keeps Margie from going after that one.
You had it hit it thin enough, you could potentially have a double.
Knowing Erica, I'm sure she's looking at that one too.
Risk versus reward. That's always the discussion out on the ice.
But is there enough space that she could actually field goal those?
Okay. Looks like she's going for that thin hit. If nothing else, to roll on top of the yellow, that would be a nice shot as well.
Right.
You don't have to take it. You could roll on top of it and have a little protection there. So we'll see what weight she throws, and then we'll know right away what she's going for.
Well, looking at the body language of the Vice, she's going for a hit and roll off the back yellow.
Okay, this looks like a hit and roll on top of that yellow from the weight. That's what I'm guessing.
It's not going to curl up enough for her to get the outside roll.
Oh.
She's the only hope. She's
Okay.
losing the shooter. Again, all takes don't need to be that hard.
Well, that would have been the gravy shot, but she did make the shot, so we'll go with that at least. Maybe I'm an eternal optimist,
Yeah,
and I'm always looking for the positiveness.
And it's also, well, there you're at. Do you want to go to world's level or club level?
Ooh, shots fired across the bow.
Yeah.
I would love to have mics out on the ice to hear what they're saying, but I was told that wasn't happening in this level of competition. So
Well, that was actually more of a USA curling rule. We do have mics out there.
we do.
Yes,
Could not turn them on.
we were told to turn them off.
Yep.
So I was still hoping to have a mic somewhere out there so that get some background noise of them calling and
Yelling.
hearing
Sweet.
Michelle Heinze, 5 sheets away.
All right, this is another finesse shot.
Okay, her objective is to be full 12, top 8. Just I'll count that red.
That's a beauty right there.
All right.
Very nice.
And
Still out there,
her
though.
her objective is to keep Erica to 1. Now this double is real tempting.
Yes, the double is tempting to get the 2.
No, it'd be 3. Remember that biter that can bite you?
Where's
It's way out in the wings.
My goodness, I can't see it on our screen. It's way off on
sheet
the
A
edge.
side over there.
We have something called a biter bar that if it's close, they'll put that out there, but because from here it's pretty close as to whether or not it's touching green, but that biter bar is usually, if it's close, it's on.
Yep.
At least that's been my
But
experience with the biter bar.
from our perspective, we can't make that call. We're not
Nope.
on the ice itself. So
The officials will be down there to make that call.
right.
So, risk reward shot here. And you're right, tempting for to go for 3, but tough shot.
Again, no worry. Cange, is there enough room there that she could field goal it? And that'd be a killer. At a bare minimum, she needs to get one of the yellows out.
Looks like it's just going to be
And
a straight
up
hit.
nose hit.
Yep, for 1.
Okay. So Smith accomplished her goal,
Mm-hmm.
limit them to 1.
And I think somewhat Brown accomplished her goal of not giving up, letting them steal any. So
You're still thinking club level.
I am.
And the men's.
Whoa, tied up.
Hedstrom tied it up.
But ugly house. Whew.
At this point,
Yellow's got 3.
3, but there's few rocks to go.
Oh yeah, quite a lot of end to go
We'll cut
there.
this over here to let the people see what we're actually talking about. And yes, I'm keeping an eye on the women's game, so you won't miss anything. So, you can see they got 3 rocks counting for them, and just finish his shot, and then we'll flip back to the women's.
I'm trying to deliver one right into that big mess of yellow, but it's not curling very much.
Maybe he's
Now they're trying to go for
tick
the
and
wick.
roll.
Now they're trying to go for the tick and roll. Oh, pretty good there.
Actually, that kind of ended up where I thought the original target was, but Okay, so cut them to 2. All right, we're going back to the women's game.
All right, we have one guard up there in the front.
And that was the only rock delivered so far in this end. So
And
kind of.
that would not be considered on the line, correct? I can see the black line, so
Yeah, but the rocks
it's
you got to be right on top of it and looking down. So
now I know that they can call an official out and ask
yes.
if there's any question if that's on the line or not. An official will come out and make that determination for them.
So we didn't quite catch it if they were actually debating that, because you meet out with the other skip and get an agreement, you're fine. If there's a disagreement, you get the official.
Now
So,
again,
but
most games don't have an official, but
Yeah.
at this level we do.
But it's also now that's a really high guard, so really not
Yeah.
much of a guard. You know that? Just a visual annoyance.
And they're going to remedy that. They're going to come right down to it. There we go, and land on top of it. Okay, push it out of the way. Push it out the other side. Make it more accessible on the other side of the ice. So
Well, at this point, but now Margie's
like, all right, get another one in there.
get right on the center line, cover it up. Maybe if you're short, cover up a bit. She wants to outcount the red one in the 8 foot, I imagine. Now she's looking full 12, right in sight line. I think that's where she thinks it's going to end up. It's going to over curl beyond the center
Little
line.
light here.
No, that would have been a perfect opening guard.
Mm-hmm.
See, perfect. Center, 3 inches out.
And they still cannot take it out, right? Is the 5th rock. So
No.
It's still protected. They can't do anything with that.
But there's still plenty of room to come down.
Come on and curl around. They're waiting for it to
Break.
so that they can sweep on the curl. Oh, just never really broke. I don't know. Do you think it's losing a little bit of the curl out there? Because that was light enough.
Okay, well, that's a good question. I mean, because I think
Yeah.
that was about the weight they were looking for.
Yeah,
And
it just never broke.
either that or too much broom.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens on this shot. It's about the same broom.
So I think Margie wants to just clutter that side up.
See, this is breaking quite nice.
From current angle, I think it's going to tick that yellow.
Yeah,
And does.
not the worst outcome.
So, no. Does Erica come around or run that? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think she's
saying,
preferring the.
get in there. All right, she wants to curl in on the other side now.
No, she wants to run that angle raise, that red one in.
Do you think so? That's a lot of broom for an angle raise.
Well, it depends on your weight. If she's just tapping it back, see if she taps it back right to that yellow, she's sitting on the button.
I think she's calling for
really-
a draw in.
The
Yeah.
question is that port big enough and the right angle that she wants. But
Yeah, it looks so
you
different
are-
sometimes from here than it does down on the ice.
It's a little light for what they were
Look
looking
at
for.
that.
Did they get around without ticking?
Look at that. And I think I finally got one on Mike Barra.
Hey, I make mistakes
Great
all
shot.
the time.
Great
Yeah.
shot. That was beautiful.
Unless you wanted it in the 4 foot, but that's okay.
Well, Yes, it could have come another 3, 4 feet, but it's always nice to have them in there. You can use them later in the game to promote. But the line was beautiful, came right between there, which you didn't think that could be there. And looking at it now, I can see why you could say that. It's a very tight port.
All right, so we have a tie game. We're in the seventh, and
Nail biter.
yes, Smith has the hammer. So now, question: does Brown want to steal or limit to one? Again, we were talking about game management
You're right.
earlier.
Game management. So you want that hammer in the eighth end.
So unless you can score a bunch,
Right. Is it best to give them one and keep, then you get the hammer?
or
Most
steal
skips
one.
would say yes. They want that hammer in the eighth end if they're only down by one. He's giving me the side eye.
Oh, that
Maybe?
maybe. And who are you playing?
Yeah.
How's your team playing?
We need the chat to
Okay.
weigh in on this.
Yes.
Here comes the shot.
So what was the consensus?
Uh,
They can roll on top of the
there
red.
you go. So for those of you wondering how the score works, the points are down the center, and the numbers they're hanging are the ends. So
And if you're
you share that center,
right, it's a cumulative score.
it is.
And if you want to do a baseball analogy, an end's like an inning. So, but only one team can score in the end. So the top bar, red bar, is the red team scored
on that end,
that end number,
correct.
and then you go by the cumulative score.
Yeah, number in
the
the
middle.
center matters the most, and then wherever the last hung end is where your team is. So right now they're all tied up 5.
After 6 ends. So
Yep.
we are currently in the 7th end of an 8-end game.
Okay. The elusive button still out there for these teams. They're still
So
curling to it, trying to lay one in there.
now the
Yellow
question that
coming in.
this
Gonna
presents
take
an
that red out.
opportunity for Smith if she can actually get it the curl in and get on the inside of that red one that was just thrown. Has to clear the yellow.
It's got to curl quite a bit, but it's coming.
So get on
It's
the inside of it,
coming.
lay right up into it. Now
Okay.
yellow
Nice.
really wants to score more than one in this end.
Correct. You don't want to give up the hammer.
And the applause downstairs, I assume one of the other games has ended. It's not the men's game, men's gold medal.
At any time, any one of the teams can concede the game. So sometimes they end early. So that's probably what happened on one of our sheets. It's when the score is more of a impediment to a win. They just end up conceding the win and calling the game. We have quite a busy house here, Mike. Lots of rocks and lots of strategy to talk about, especially this late in the game.
Yes. So it is curling decently off the side, and I think Erica is looking to curl on the inside of that yellow. He wants, tee back 4 at most, I would imagine.
And looking at this end, all but one rock is in play, so it's quite a busy house. Looks like we're going to have another one.
These are fun ends.
They
and
are.
They're all in play. Now they need to get around that yellow, and do they? No, they take the yellow.
They take the top rock
They're
and
a
slid
little
past.
late on the sweep call, I imagine. So actually, it opened up a further gap.
Now Smith.
My
is
expectation is Smith would pull
guard.
another into the 4-foot. Put
She's
it right.
calling guard. Calling guard.
I'd put it right where the C and the U are, because they can't hit it hard enough to take them all out.
That's the aggressive call. Maybe the conservative call is that guard.
Just throw a guard.
Yeah. I think I would land on the conservative, and Mike would end on the more aggressive. But
if you come up short, then it's a nice guard. If
beautiful
gets
shot.
in there, and you got another
High, though.
counter. So
It's a high one. Like you said, it kind of opens it up now still for a draw. And get it in there.
see now that to me that guard, well, it must be doing its job. They're changing up strategy here.
Yeah. Well, they've been trying a couple times to come around and haven't been
Right.
as successful. So sometimes when that happens, you're like, all right, let's try and change things up and go for a different shot, because we obviously are having trouble to.
So let's see. They're looking at a double run back.
Which are fun and scary.
Yes. And it's also one of those really, what weight do I throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
To get just the right outcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
One game I was timing yesterday, it was just like all she needed to throw was like back 8 weight, back 12. 8 was been plenty. She must have thrown control and just blew stuff out instead of just tapping it back. Oh, she just needed to tap something into the 8
It's always
foot.
more fun to do that, Mike.
Yeah.
Get the aggression out a little bit.
But now when you went from, you're going to go and score,
Yeah.
cut yourself down, because it was worse because it knocked one of theirs out that was counting. So when they went from,
this is going to hit the inside, but it's got to move like 3 rocks. There's one,
is
two.
it loaded?
Oh, it really didn't help the situation.
No, it actually
hurt a little bit.
No, it kind of helped. Red still has one more rock. It's in the 4-foot, but yellow is still, from our perspective, counting 2.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
So Margie's blocking her view. So it's not like she can really run that red out.
And she's thinking about it. She's looking at that yellow.
So it's
Promote.
her.
So from the broom here, it looks like this is going to be a guard or a draw.
One of those like, what weight is she gonna throw? Then we'll tell you what the call is.
Yeah. But if I was her, I would protect that
right now.
red.
Yes, because that
So
is
I'd put a guard
the
there.
obvious
Yep.
shot next for
So you see
Brown.
those 2 reds lined up. That would be the shot for red coming up, is to punch that red in. So I think they're going to, she's putting her broom right in front of that red, right what we thought. If they can get it across. Oh, and it's
doesn't
overcurling.
overcurl and leave it still
Ooh,
open
ouch,
for
ouch.
Brown.
Oh, way overcurled. But they had to sweep it to get it across. So that red is there.
Yes, and is Erica's second shot.
Yep. Let's
Can
see.
they be looking at anything else?
Well, problem is if you hit red. Shoot, red to. Yeah, you got to do something here.
And it's just off the nose. Straight on the nose, go straight back.
Yeah. You.
And again, now then you're like, what weight do you need to throw? Because if she hits it, to me it's almost just back 4 weight. Because if you hit it too hard, you have a chance of field goal in it. Well, it doesn't make any much difference, does it?
Well, it depends where you hit that red that's sitting in the center there. If you hit it, in one direction, it could field goal right through. If you hit it correctly, it could land on the yellow and bump that out.
Yeah, because the problem with field goaling it through is then they could set up Margie for promoting, pumping something in for 3 points.
She's coming with a nice control weight here.
They got to hold it out.
They're screaming for a sweep, hold.
It's again over curl on her.
Oh,
what a
lucky
wonderful tick. Enough to cut
so
to one.
Someone made a great prayer to the curling gods on that one.
Yeah. So, okay, so that cut, at this point, that cut yellow to 1.
So got a lucky break on that one. Over curled, but got a tick on the opposing rock to land where you wanted.
To make your original call. That's when you come back after and like, that's where we planned it.
Yeah, right.
We drew it up that way.
All right. Let's see if there'll be some magic for Smith now. Let's see what she can do.
So either curl through that port, right? She wants to like tap that yellow that's almost on the tee line.
I mean, at worst case, she's just giving up 1 and then she comes home with the hammer. So not all is lost.
No, yellow's counting 1 right now.
Oh, I thought that was red.
From our, I don't see
wrong.
that yellow in the back is biting the 1 foot.
I hate when Mike's right. Why? He's too focused on the front. So she's just going to try and get 2 here.
So, tap.
You got to try.
I thought she'd throw a little more weight for that, but
It's looking good.
does she get the right angle? Oh. That thought she'd
One for sure.
need a little more weight.
And what's number 2? Are they gonna? Oh, they've called it as just 1. Again, those angles for us are tough watching. It's much easier when you're down on the ice and you can look straight down and see exactly where those rocks are. So for us, it might look a little closer, and down on the ice, they call it and know exactly what it is. And if there's any sort of dispute, they have lots of measuring devices out there that they can take out and figure it out exactly.
So for a brief moment, we'll flip over to the men's game. And far below is up by 2. So it'll be without hammer in the 8th. Tight battle, but and then they got 2 sitting in the house right now, and the red rock scoots through, misses.
All right,
the yellows.
women are starting.
Okay, so we'll
All important 8th end
yes.
for all the bananas.
So both of them are coming down to the wire.
What a great game. I hope everyone out there is enjoying it, and I know it's tough on both fans of both sides to watch these games, but for fans of the game, we love it.
So we have 213 people watching the men's final.
Wow.
gold medal final, and we have 227 watching the women's
Welcome,
gold
everyone. Exciting games. We have quite a matchup on the women's side.
Well, both.
Both, but
As predicted, and it was a
women's is a little tighter, right? We've got a eighth end, and red's got the hammer, so in the event of a tie, it would be an extra end, correct, Mike?
correct.
So there's that. It always surprises me how you play these tournaments. You play all week. Even in a game, you play hard all game, and it comes down usually to the last shot. And that's how you win or lose. So,
As a skip, you want to know what my favorite shot is?
guard.
No, the one I don't have to take.
I agree with you on
Yeah.
that one.
So and it comes down to that last rock, and they didn't quite make it. Oh well, I don't have to throw mine to win the game. So
How can you be the hero then, Mike?
I called an excellent game, so that makes me the hero anyway.
And there you have it.
So now this is where I'm trying to.
Set up
What-
your
what-
end.
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying. What is their strategies on these? Is obviously Smith wants to steal.
And that would end it, correct?
Yes.
And at worst case,
Give up one.
give up one, because then she'd have the hammer in the extra end.
Right. With in my opinion, stealing's the preferred option for if
Well,
I
yeah,
was in
end
that
it, right?
situation.
Or Brown, score two.
Typically on a league night, and this is an early shift game, yeah, and you're behind the glass, yeah, please, score two or steal. I don't want an extra end because that puts all the other shifts behind you, behind schedule.
In the case of an extra end, both teams will then get extra think time. They'll get assigned, I believe, 4 minutes.
4.5.
4.5.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
you're saying. I'll believe you. And then it
I d-
resets for just that end.
I did have one extra end game.
Oh, okay then. Voice of experience, 4.5 minutes. Because you can see now we're down to a minute 28 for yellow. Plenty of time to finish the end. Not a lot of time to think. I believe they both still have their timeouts though.
Yes.
So each team is assigned one timeout for a regulation game. If it goes into an extra end, they get a new timeout assigned for a total of one. Nothing carries over. I went to timing training, can you tell? It's my first time on the mic, so
Isn't
I'm blabbering.
No,
Chat,
she's
let
doing
me
a
know.
wonderful job, isn't she? Everybody give her a thumbs up so that she'll do it again next time.
Well, that's very kind. Usually Mike and I sit on the sofa behind these games and talk like this, so.
And a lot of times people say, "Oh, I never miss when I'm behind the glass." No, I miss all the time. And you got to think about it. I mean, it's like I'm not on the ice.
Yeah.
I don't know the tendencies of the players, and I've been watching what the sheet's been doing. I just show up at the last end here and like, oh, this is what they should do, and no.
Oftentimes people have asked, and this is from my daughter who curls at the higher levels than me, do you get nervous with all those people watching behind the glass or watching the game? And the answer is no. I mean, it's when you get on the ice, it's just like you're in your own little world and you're playing.
And your focus is
Yeah.
the other end. Everything behind the other end is a blur.
So it's kind of a unique
Unless, of course,
situation.
they're having some party and pounding on the glass or whatever else.
Well,
But
the officials might have something to say about that.
Somebody's opened the back door and you get blazing sunlight coming through. This sheet would be one for that because
Yeah.
straight behind the sheet B is a outside door.
All right, so it's looking to shape up to an exciting last end.
So
Lots of
no,
rocks
they need
in
to get
play.
around that top guard, chip out, get over.
Oh, getting in that yellow out.
Not all
Okay.
bad. Well, not all great either, because
Shifts it around a little bit more. Now looking to lay another yellow in the center. Top of the pin. You don't want someone to land on top of you and be shot. Weight looks good on this one.
I'm waiting for it to break, and usually
Alright,
right
sweep
before the
it
hog
in.
line is when it starts
Oh,
breaking.
it's a little light. I misspoke.
So that was the other thing I tell new vices, new skips is like, well, actually new curlers overall too, is like a curl is not an even curve. It's actually a parabolic.
No.
So it'll go straight,
math.
straight, and
Looking
also
to bust this up. We lost
No,
me at parabolic.
parabolic curve. It's like a baseball going through the air. That follows a parabolic curve. So
All
there.
right, she's hustling it up. She wants a little
Yeah,
extra.
well, look at her time. She's
Yeah.
less than a minute.
Plenty of time.
On average, I mean, because
She
the
can call
clock starts, and then as the skip's coming down the sheet to look at the house, and then they go all the way back. On average, a skip's rock delivery takes 45 seconds to a minute.
Yep.
So they're down to 35 seconds.
Well, she can call her timeout.
Yes.
She should.
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
She should. Okay. Unless she doesn't need to. We'll see.
And this is getting really tight for time. I'm surprised for teams of this level have played under time like this many times. So Brown took their timeout. They're at only a minute 34, so it's not like it's, they got oodles of time either.
So Brown called their timeout on the ice. Gonna take some, which is great strategy, right?
Because they still have 2 rocks yet.
They do, but placement of this first rock is critical to set up that last shot. Okay. I think they're calling to land on top of those yellows. Draw on top, have protection from being hit out. So you land on top of those 2 yellow, you'd be shot, and you'd have 2 rocks behind you.
Again, they really want to get 2 out of this.
They do. Okay, she's telling you no, want it to curl. She's trying to sweep it there to get the curl going. Here it comes.
Good.
Little
Seems
on
like
the
good.
outside. Oh, nice
Oh,
shot.
no.
Okay.
Right on the button.
Right on the button. All right.
And it's
Maybe
close
I'll
in
call
enough.
timeout. Is she calling a timeout?
Yes, she did.
Good. Okay. All right. So she has a little breathing room here too. This is her last shot. Just to figure out a way to. She can
They did.
pop
Okay.
that out of there.
I was just watching the clock. They restarted the clock and then restarted the.
They're watching it. They usually when it gets down this far, the timing supervisor comes over and will make any adjustments that need to be done just to verify that everything's copacetic. How's that for a word?
Yes.
You use parabolic. I'm using copacetic.
Okay. I'm into math.
All right. Pressure shot for Smith. These last couple shots are pressure for both, given what's on the line here and where we are with the score. Very exciting last end.
I mean, if she comes right on top of it,
Yep.
she does not score. And because you'll be jamming it right into the yellow that's behind the red. So
Flicked it out there.
She's
I saw
outside.
her flicked it out
Yeah,
at
I
the
thought
end
you'd-
with her delivery. That was kind of interesting, but again, she knows her delivery. Here it
The other
comes.
factor that we
Here it
didn't
comes.
mention earlier was fatigue.
Yeah. All right.
coming
Here we go. Here we
in.
go. Oof. Okay.
Maybe that's what you wanted.
All right. So, red is sitting 1. They want to get 2 to end it.
So,
So this
Erica-
is for the
yeah.
win or the tie of red.
right. So Erica can actually come from either direction. I think she's feeling more comfortable having a pocket to come in on
Yep.
our right side. It's like, depending how you're looking at it. If you're looking at
Yeah, she's got a pocket, which, you know, she has that nice pocket of rocks there that she can come with just a tiny bit more weight to make
Yeah.
sure she's there and
Right,
still
and
have
then
backing.
and
So
tick on the
that's
in-
the shot.
tick on the inside of her red rock and have it roll over on top of the yellow for 2.
Yeah, she's got to push that yellow back, land on it. All right, here it is.
Yeah, it needs to curl.
It does. They're
Needs
not
to
touching
curl.
it. They're not touching it.
Curl. Sweep the curl.
It's hanging out there. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Come
Now
on
need it for
in.
weight.
They
Now
get a
need it
tick
for
and a
weight.
roll.
It's perfect.
Oh boy.
For
That might
2.
be a measure. That might be a measure.
That is true.
That might be a measure.
1 for sure.
They're measuring, I think.
Yes.
Oh goodness.
Oh man. Well, you can't ask for a better ending, right?
Correct. I think
Oh,
they're gonna.
They are
They
measuring
are
this.
measuring.
Officials
Okay,
are officials already
everyone
grabbing
out
the
there.
Yeah. Well, he's
Shot.
yeah.
Here comes the measuring device, which you'll see them put on the ice in the back of the house, and that's to make sure it cools down enough, because you don't want to put maybe a potentially warmer piece of metal out on the ice that could create any divots. So they put it out there to cool it off just a tiny bit, and you'll see our head ice official.
So now the question is, official, do you actually like doing this?
I think so at that level.
You are gonna break somebody's heart.
Yeah, but
Okay.
and make someone's day. So we have Mike Shooter doing the measure. Let's see which rock he kicks forward. And they have oh, it looks like it's yellow. He touched yellow with his hand.
Nope.
And let's see what they hang. I think it's a tie.
Nope. I think
Yeah,
tie.
tie
Oh.
game. Oh my God. You get to hear us some more out there. I think I'll
This is-
apologize for that.
This is, you think we're having a good time here. We're talking, but it's still, there's stress on us. We have no, skin in either this game either
No.
way. But this is kind of like,
Well, this is the bonus round. For those of you out there who wanted more curling, you get one more end on the women's side.
and looks like the men's game is done, gold medal, and well, far below appears to have won. They did not hang a score in the 8th end, so
Usually they don't when the other
Right.
team continues to win. So I think it was Rich Roots.
So then who was on A with yellow?
Well, I don't know
Yellow
if you
one.
hear that or not, but the club's serving ice cream to
Tiny.
celebrate the last end and the end of the event. Okay,
And
they're going to reset those clocks, give them I think they're giving a tiny little break here to kind of
wow.
reset.
On sheet D, the upstart team from North Carolina beat the home team. Jackson from North Carolina beat the home team, Heinze. It was 6-2. They did not hang a score in the eighth, so presume they shook in the middle of it. Let's see, the other one. On sheet A, we had Leclerc with yellow
I think
versus.
they're curling again on B. Our game.
Oh, our game is
Yep,
starting
we need
already?
to get back, Mike.
Okay.
There we go.
I didn't take. That was just our viewing screen that took it off of.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. All right, my bad.
The feed was still going out on ours.
Okay, extra end. And
Okay, so now
Team
Brown.
Smith has the advantage because they have
The
the hammer,
hammer.
correct?
Right.
So, still winnable for either side here. Okay.
Okay. Again, now was that a strategic throw through? Or an oops?
Yeah,
Because you still need to score on this, right?
someone
No.
needs to score, yes,
Right.
but yellow having the last shot, and sometimes they want to keep it open and clear. They don't want to give red an opportunity to bury anything behind a guard, and that they have to go chase after it. So sometimes you'll see skips call for a clean house, throw your stuff through. But now there is a guard up there, so the option is put something behind it. Looks like it's hanging out there. It's going to be a bit exposed.
And going a little deeper than she had hoped.
Yep.
That's interesting. They were sweeping that one really hard.
Yeah, maybe for line. That one's out, so Brown is going to want
Center line guard.
center line guard.
Nice tight one. Something that she can tap up later. Split on.
And you'll see the timers have been reset, that they each have 4.5 minutes, so plenty of time. And they each have a new timeout that they can take.
See, it was just
Here it comes. They're sweeping it. See if they can get it towards the center, but it'll be tight.
Well, it's
Nope.
way too high.
Nope.
Margie's want to start taking. Can she start taking it out?
The sixth rock. It's the sixth
It
rock.
is six rock. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
she's
sorry, I
saying,
missed the one in the red.
clean
one in
this
the back.
up. So her strategy is to take all the bullets out of the holster. And that's exactly what she wanted. Hit and roll it off. Keep a clean house.
Erica, again, as she imagine trying to pull behind the
Yep,
guard.
she still has the opportunity to bury one. She still has a guard in play, so no sense of putting any guards in there right now. She needs something in the house. one looks light.
Again, I think
Light.
put a tight guard right on top of the house. But need mid-level guards.
Okay, there's an opportunity to get both of them out here. Yep, look at that angle. You hit it just right, you can get both.
Almost straight on.
There you go.
But the problem with straight on is it leaves the yellow there as a guard.
That's the call. Blast those out of there. Clean it up. That's a curling term, blast.
It
that
is?
out of there.
Oh.
I made that up.
If I look in a curling dictionary, I'll find that. Little nudge? No.
Okay, all right. A little tiny break there now for Brown.
Shelley's not happy with that one.
Opportunity maybe to get behind those guards. I don't know, I'd maybe come the other way, but that's me. Got those angled that way.
Yeah, get stuck in a habit. A little rut. I agree with you.
I would have come the other way, but that's
Yes.
me. But she probably is obviously more comfortable on the sheet, the side that she's calling.
It needs to curl.
It's coming.
They put a
Now
lot
they
of
should
spin
sweep
on
it.
them.
Now they should sweep. Sweep,
No,
sweep,
just for
sweep. Get it
weight.
behind.
Get as far as it goes. Hopefully top
Okay,
8
look at
right
that nice
behind you.
finish at the end.
It's
Not too
still
bad. It's a little exposed. 2/3 exposed. Now, what's the call? Do you go after that one, or do you go after the guards in the top?
Well, it's
She wants to get rid of
Skip's preference. She wants to
get
clean
rid
the
of
front
that.
up.
Yeah, if she hits that just right, she can get multiple. So that's what she's going for. I tend to agree with that. Get as many out as you can at this stage of the end. Oh, and she's wide again a little bit. Come on over. Here it comes. Here it comes. All right.
Okay, so
It's a good result from that.
now what is Erica calling?
I think she's calling to curl around that. Use that one as a top
How
card.
about tapping that one back to the button? To the
Taps
forefront.
are tough, Mike. Because that weight thing again, right?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've missed a tap up because, what's enough to move it, the distance you need it is rough.
Thing is, if you're now getting it too tight on there, and it sets it up for a double for yellow.
Okay, so she put a guard on that
So it's
top
still
rock, but it's a high
over
guard.
4 feet out of the house. So it's probably 6 feet
Again.
between the rocks.
Smith calling to remove that, get it out of there. If you could hit both, that'd be gravy. But at this
See how
point,
much
just
this
get it out of
curls
there.
up. She wants about a nose hit, right?
Oh, it's gonna hit on the edge.
Right.
So
So,
the
but
shooter
it'll
will be
roll out.
gone. There you
Yep.
go.
So at this point, Erica, put it back. Who's up?
Okay.
So here's Erica's first rock. So they're looking to put that guard back on.
Just
My issue with not tapping this back,
it's so high.
yes,
It's curl
it's
around
not
the
it's
back.
not even in the 8-foot.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Do you guard it or do you curl behind it and use that one as the
well, you
guard?
do it either or.
Or tap.
Yeah, tap.
Right? You have lots
yeah.
of choices here. It's what you feel the most
To me,
comfortable with.
it's either curl around it because I like where it is if you curl right behind it.
Yep.
Okay. Top of the 4-foot.
And she put her broom down like she wanted it in front of this
Right. So if you
red rock, but
you tap that red one into the 4-foot straight back, then you still end up with your blocker right in front of it.
because yellow has the opportunity then to use those 2 red rocks as guard and curl around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's coming up really light, so she's thinking guard. Again, I mean, all Margie has to do is hit 8 foot anywhere. Okay?
Or does she just remove them? Nope, she's saying, well, from her broom, it looks like she's going to curl around.
Yeah. And it was like, and all she has to do is hit 8 foot somewhere to count
And
that
she
red
has
rock.
those red guarding, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't, and she has 2 shots. So she could put one in, Erica come and hit,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then depending on.
I'm marveling at all the peanuts in the peanut gallery, if you guys can see everyone behind the glass.
Oh, I could play.
And everyone is a skipping behind the glass, and everyone's making the shot back
Yeah.
there. All right, she's coming back out to have a little chat again
Yeah.
to say what's the best. She's plenty of time here. She's
Oh,
got
you
2.5
should I play with the
minutes.
camera and zoom in on the crowd?
No,
I
because if you
think-
can't zoom back, everyone will be really upset.
I think,
It's a
particularly your
collective
husband.
nod out there in the audience. Don't touch anything.
Come on, I played with these cameras a lot.
I've heard that before. Okay, now she changed up
Yeah, and then
her call. She
and-
changed it. She's going for a hit.
Oh, really?
Yep. Instead of a curl around, this is her first shot. She's saying, let's just get rid of these. Maybe she can do a twofer. It's a pretty high
Well,
guard.
now the
but-
danger on that is she only gets the top one out. And then Erica does the tap back like I think she should.
And that's
That's
what's
hanging.
gonna happen. She's only gonna get
She's
that
going to
top
split
one.
it out.
All right.
Okay, so now either she draws around to the button or taps that one up.
And I don't think she's going for the tap. I think she's going for the
Yeah.
draw. See, some of us are scared of those taps, like me.
Need to practice a few of them. With a wide open house like this, yeah, it's better to draw around. But it's when you get that cluster of all those guards and you got that little port, but in your rocks right there, you got to be able to
Well, I love
tap
a
it
tap
in.
where you can be any weight. If it's heavy, it's great.
Yeah.
But
No,
those
no, 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 no,
finesse taps are tough.
No, it's like, no, pretend there's a couple of guards up there and you got that little, it's not a little part, decent sized part, but just to tap that up.
Mm-hmm.
But there's one opposing rock that's in the 8 foot, and you just gotta outcount that. So
Okay, this
It
is
happens a
Red's
lot.
last rock. Let's see what happens. This won't be a tie. Unless they blank the end for some reason, which is not going to happen. But someone will be scoring on this end. She's following the rock down, watching everything, calling her teammates.
okay, it's cutting
It's gonna
decently
hang out
now.
there a little bit.
Decent weight, needs to curl up a little more.
Okay.
Mm.
All right.
Well,
The shot is come around and land on top of the red.
it's
Anywhere in there. Anywhere
Yeah.
in the
that's
near the button.
we got 4 feet too deep.
Yeah, that was a little too deep.
And or like another rock a curl on that one.
Yep.
So, but with this broom, look at them. She's gonna look to draw right down to it. But now, is this where her adrenaline is really pumping? And
Yeah.
so
Oh my-
this is the one for all the marbles.
yeah, but
right?
she's had 8 ends to practice this.
Yeah.
So
And she's gone the world 9 times, so she's not unaccustomed to these
Take a
pressure
moment,
shots.
center
Take
yourself.
a big
and
breath.
then-
And they're on a timeout.
No, you don't want to freeze yourself out.
No, they're on a timeout. They took their timeout. They're down to minute 39, so.
Okay. Waiting
Yeah, it
for
looks.
it to
I
curl
know
up.
that looks good. It's weight dependent here.
Looks a little heavy.
Depends how much it cuts at the end here.
Is it gonna come in a little heavy? Little heavy. Oh!
Oh, we get another measure on this one, kids.
Oh! Oh my goodness. She thinks it's yellow, and they're conceding. So yellow wins.
So,
Smith, correct?
yep. So,
Let's see hang it.
number 10. Oh, senior national women's.
Mhm.
So,
Well, thank you everyone for putting up with me being in the booth here with Mike.
thank you
I
for
hope
Donna for putting up with me.
I hope you enjoyed commentary and the game. We look forward to anyone coming to Kettle to curl.
So, we got any upcoming Bonspiels that we're looking for?
We always have Bonspiels. Check out our website.
Yeah, so,
Love to have you come out. Lots of camaraderie out on the ice.
wow. You know what? We were up to 360 viewers. It's dropping now, so when I just checked the counter, we were at 360. So, and just people are dropping off now. So maybe we had more. Okay, then signing off.